We have 11 states where we're either ahead, there are 5 where we're ahead, there are 3 where we're even, there are 3 where we're close, and all of a sudden new states keep popping up. In Oklahoma, we're only 9 points down. That's not one of the 11. In Georgia, we're only 7 points down. That's not one of the 11. So this could be a sea change election for the United States Senate. And as I started out by saying, the #1 reason is on candidates. They are high quality. One of Harry's goals and my goals is to just bring to the Senate the kind of stature that it has had in the past. And it can only happen with really fine, good, talented people. And we're blessed that they have stepped up to the plate and decided to run. And when you hear from them and our other candidates, you'll know what I mean. And gave it up again because he believed in his country. His opponent, Susan Collins, tries to come off as a moderate, but has voted with President Bush an overwhelming percentage of the time. And as Harry and I who served in the Senate can tell you, she's only moderate when her vote isn't needed. Rarely will she stand up and be the crucial vote that makes a difference and turns the tide. Maine is a state that is becoming bluer and bluer. Maine is a state that has sent quality representatives to the Senate repeatedly, and will send another one in a great legislator named Tom Allen.
Thank you, Chuck. I want to thank Senator Reid and Senator Schumer for all of their support and the dynamic leadership that they're providing, not just in the Senate, but for all of us who are running. I'm running for the Senate because Maine needs new leadership in the United States Senate, and also because this is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to move the country in a dramatically different direction. And frankly, when you come back to my state of Maine, people are desperate for change. Desperate for change. They are beside themselves over the cost of heating oil. They were worried about gasoline, but I'm telling you, heating oil has developed a level of anxiety that is hard to convey. They are frustrated by the fact that so many of them pay too much and get too little for health care when they have it at all. They are very upset about the state of the economy. Maine is a middle-class, small business state, which has not been well served by the policies of this administration or the previous Republican Congresses. And frankly, when you look at this race between Susan Collins and me, the differences are very sharp and very clear. Susan has voted down the line with the Bush economic policies that favored the super wealthy and the big multinational corporations. And I've been voting consistently for tax breaks for the middle class, but not for the very, very rich, because I knew they made no sense for the state of Maine. She voted for the Cheney energy bill in 2005, which moved $14 billion in tax breaks and subsidies to the oil and gas industries at a time when they didn't need them. She voted down the line with the administration on its policy in Iraq. I voted against the war and have fought to change it. Prime Minister Maliki is for a deadline, and Susan Collins and John McCain and apparently still George Bush, not yet, maybe he's changing, but are still opposed to a deadline to bring our troops home from Iraq so we can concentrate on the problems we have here at home. This election in Maine is going, I have to tell you, it is going phenomenally well. I started well behind because Susan Collins was so much better known than I am. But we've been on television now for 2.5 weeks, and you can feel the excitement on the ground. This is a change election because, frankly, change in Washington isn't an option. It's a necessity this year, and people in Maine feel it. And I just want to say that what I'm feeling here in this convention, the energy, the excitement, the determination to turn the country in a different direction, is exactly what I feel back home in Maine. And I am confident that we can win this race in Maine, and we can build the kind of Senate that will take us back to 1965 and 1966, when we did so much, including the creation of Medicare and Medicaid, Head Start, elementary and secondary education, the Voting Rights Act of 1965, and the Wilderness Act. We have a chance for one of those magic moments in American history, and we have to seize this moment. Thank you very much.